Hey, do you hear that? Can you guys hear that? Man, I think I know this person. I think I know this guy. I definitely know this guy. Hey, it's Matty Van Halen.
What's happening, Greg?
What's up, Matty?
Same thing, different day.
What are you doing here?
Just jamming.
Just jamming?
Just jamming.
For like, what, 4 or 5 days you've been sitting here jamming? Yeah. Non-stop? You got like bionic fingers?
Get my calluses back. All right, so we ready for a van tour?
Oh yeah, let's do a van tour.
All right, let's do it.
Good idea. Good idea. I wish I would have thought of that. That's why he's in the big time and I'm just a little tiny YouTuber. So how many van tours have you done?
Probably half a dozen.
That's it?
Yeah. Well, my van's always too messy to do a tour.
Okay.
Yeah, but I made the bed today, so enjoy. You can just reach anything from whatever you want, anywhere in the van. It's that small, but it's just the right size for me.
So you do have your bed going from side to side.
But I'm a side sleeper. You know, I sleep on my side with my knees slightly bent, so it's not a big deal for me. But if you're over 6'2", it's going to be an issue. You know?
Right.
Well, I'm 6'2", and if I want to stretch out, I actually have to lay at a diagonal. But if I lay at a diagonal, you know, I've got 3 or 4 inches on each side. So because I don't have that, you know, 1 or 2 inches of insulation that you see the guys up north doing, I insulated for summer heat. And the Reflectix is great for that.
You got lots of cabinets in here for this size vehicle. You got tons.
Tons of cabinet storage.
Yeah. So,
and I need every one of them too. Walmart, Big Lots, Dollar General, they all have them. Okay. Sterilite.
So you got a seat here that looks like it was probably, or is it still mounted in the front?
It's just turned around. It's not on a swivel. It stays like this all the time. I turned it around. I was able to get one bolt back through the original bolt, and the other I used this ratchet down here. So it's only got 2 bolts in it really, but it's been this way for 4 years. It's not going anywhere. Right,
and nobody sits in that when you're driving. Back to your bed is permanently in place, except for, you said you have it worked out for angle, for if you're parked on the side of the road at an angle.
Yeah, the platform is floating on top of the legs. That way I can stick boards under there to level it up if I'm parked on a hill. I don't have to put boards under my tires to level.
And you got this Reflectix up in the ceiling too?
Yeah, it's all just Reflectix with white vinyl tape over it.
Yeah, I remember I asked you about that. I thought it was that sign material.
Yeah,
it looks like the sign material.
It's like campaign signs.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it turned into. But I needed it to be more flexible because these vans are so rounded. Everything's rounded.
Yeah.
There's nothing square on these Chevy or GMC vans.
Yeah, that's the tough part about building the van.
Yeah. Still silver on the outside, so it reflects that heat, you know.
Uh-huh.
So, and that's what I wanted. That's all, because you know how hot a vehicle can get when it's sitting out in the sun.
Okay, so this is how you cook?
That's it.
Is that mounted?
No.
Okay.
No, I can move it. I do have some pieces of Velcro down that I stick it to while I'm driving, and it stays put. Then
this is just kind of like a shoe rack, but you're using it for all kinds of stuff.
For bathroom items, mouthwash is in a spray bottle, shampoos in a spray bottle. I have shaving cream, razors, scissors, all of that kind of stuff, deodorant. All of that stuff just tucked down in the organizer.
What's that there? Is that a light?
That's the lights that came in the van, and they used to be down the center, and I moved them over there.
Okay.
That's the original cargo lights.
Oh, that's nice. So repurpose that. That's cool.
And you can turn them on with the button on the dash of the van, but I hardly ever use them.
Okay, how long have you had the van?
Since September of 2018.
And you've been on the road since?
Well, I moved in it in January of 2019, but I was still living in the city and working a full-time job.
I didn't mention this, but we're out in Ironwood. Ironwood National Forest Monument, or National Monument Forest, or whatever, however you say that. What do you think of this place?
I love this place.
Yeah.
This is a place I don't want to leave.
Yeah, so tell us about your solar.
It's 400 watts, mounted on ladder racks. so I didn't have to drill anything into the roof.
Where'd you get the rack?
Amazon. It's the cheapest one they had. I knew it would eventually rust out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll take a couple of years before they rust out, and then by then I'll probably want to get a good aluminum system. All that rust that accumulated, it all happened when I was on the Oregon coast.
So it's a GMC van, which is the same as, I think it's the same engine I got, right? Is it the 3500 or no? 2500.
This is a 2500.
Okay.
But it's the exact same van as the Chevy Express. I don't know why they do that. The GMC used to be a little bit of an upgrade, but now it's exactly the same.
Okay. And I noticed on my truck, because I have the GMC, the 2003 GMC box truck, I know when I have to buy a part for it, a lot of times you can't find it for the Savannah, the GMC
Yeah,
Savannah.
just search Express.
So just search Express and it's the same stuff.
Same thing.
Exact thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing on a lot of parts. Let me show you what I did on my roof rack. Since you're talking about the rust.
Yeah.
I've had this one for about 2.5 years. And I coated it with that clear roof coating. You know,
Like Cool Seal?
yeah, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's clear. And
Yeah.
so I just coated everything that could rust with that. I mean, obviously not everything, but all the parts that were already rusting right away,
Yeah.
I started coating with that. And it seems like it took care of it.
Yeah.
So I hit it with some white spray paint and then coated it with that. Tell us about the awning that you have here. I know you did a video on it recently.
Yeah, so it's just the heaviest duty tarp you can get at Walmart. It's only 6x8, and I just use tarp poles and paracord, and it takes the place of an expensive awning that I was about to get and mount it permanently on the ladder rack. But this is much lighter weight, takes about 5 minutes to put it up, and it saves space and weight and money.
I like this right here. I think this is probably the most important thing about it.
Yeah, without the front, this pole that goes horizontally, it wouldn't work very well. But this keeps tension across the front. Without this, it was not a good setup. But with this extra tent pole, it made it really sturdy to the wind. It stood up all night the other night with those 25 and 30 mile an hour gusts.
Yeah, you were up all night too,
Yeah,
but
into it flapping the wind.
Well-
It just hooks to the ladder rack with bungee, so it has some give. You know, it needs that to keep the grommets from just ripping away. You know.
Okay.
So just putting it up with bungee solves the whole problem.
Well, you got this mount on the back.
Oh yeah, this is the greatest thing ever. And I got this one from Kuat.com because it swings to the driver's side, which is very important for these rear doors. Since this is the one I open most first,
Makes
you can
sense.
swing it all the way out.
Yeah.
This one won't. So I didn't want the box over here. So that's the only company that I could find that made one that swung out to the
I never
driver's
thought
side.
about that.
very
Wow.
important.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's kind of funny when you're building something like this. Like same thing with my build. It's a lot of stuff that you never
When
think
the
of ahead of
door
time.
opens, it doesn't open all the way. It hits right here, right before it opens all the way.
Okay.
But since it's on this side, it's really not that important to me. But this side was important.
Right, and this is where you store your e-bike.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going in and out this way.
Right. The only time I open these back doors is to unload and load the e-bike.
So you run back to the stove top. You run everything off of a large tank. So you have this running, and what do you do for heat?
The buddy heater. You want to take a look at it?
Yeah, and I think it's the same heater I got. I'm guessing it's the smallest one, right?
Go in and take a left and look down the floor.
Oh, right there. Yeah, so that's the same one I got. It works pretty good, huh?
Oh, it'll run you out. It'll get so hot.
Well, you got about half the space I got,
Yeah.
but you know, it takes a little longer in mine.
I can get through a whole winter on 2 of these tanks. I only have to have it refilled once
Cool.
for the winter.
That's good. That's pretty efficient.
Yeah. Even with propane being expensive now, it's still cheap if you think about it.
Nice.
You need screens to keep the flies and the mosquitoes out.
Oh, okay.
So that's important. So I have this one that's got magnets already built into it. So it's very convenient. It's already cut the right size and everything, and it just.
And this time of year, it's not so bad. It's March, but come May,
The mosquito. Well, I don't know if we have mosquitoes out here. We got flies.
we got some mosquitoes out here. Yeah, we do.
And I've got some cut to fit the driver's door over there too.
Okay.
So it's just up with magnets.
Oh, your window's not open. You got a screen over here.
The window is open.
Oh, okay. It's open, but there's a screen.
And that way I get cross breeze. I always keep this one open.
Yeah.
And the side door open. So I
Yeah.
get a cross breeze through there.
Cool. Nice.
But the back door was a little more challenging. I just went and bought a roll of screen from Walmart and cut it to fit and then put it up with magnets. And I keep it rolled up. You see these 3 magnets hold it up?
Yeah.
And I just clip it with this to keep it rolled up. But when I want it, I just unroll it.
Where do you get those magnets?
Amazon.
Okay.
And I use these magnets to attach it to the side to keep the wind from blowing it open.
And you got those on Amazon?
Amazon.
All right. Us Amazonians.
And let's just clip that up out of the way for right now. It's good. So I decided to put the Max Air fan on the back door where the glass used to be because I didn't want to cut a hole in the roof. That was the whole thing I was trying to avoid.
Okay.
So I just cut the glass out. You just get a razor knife and spray some WD-40 on it and it'll cut through that putty that holds the glass on like butter. Takes 15 minutes to take the whole thing out.
Wow. So
and then just go
it's also an easy way to break into a vehicle.
Yeah, it would be. So let's tell all the criminals about it. Then go to Home Depot and get you some of this diamond plate aluminum. Go ahead and get 2 pieces to make it stronger and cut it to fit, and then just screw it in with self-tapping screws. And I decided to paint mine black. It's black on this edge, and so is this. So that's why I was
I gotcha.
Wow.
I see you have your restroom facilities right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome to my restaurant.
What brand bucket do you use? Measure Right mixing container. Huh. I had not seen that one.
Yeah, that's a Home Depot special.
Is that imported from France or something?
No, it's imported from a great country called China. See, I like a nice porcelain bucket.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very important to me to have a nice throne to sit on.
So let me ask you a question. If somebody runs into you out there, are you welcome to them just coming over and saying hello?
Yeah, every time they do it, I'm on the bucket.
And you know, they could bring their own bucket over, right?
Yeah, we could just have a bucket party.
Bucket brigade.
Anytime someone has come up to my campsite and yelled, "Hey, Matty, can I come in?" I'm like, "Just a minute, I'm on the bucket." Every single time.
Any parting words?
Oh yeah, take care, be well, subscribe to Greg's channel, and smash the bell.